Harry Kane. Where's this going to end, this saga? Spurs fans and Man City fans must be just bored of it all now. I reckon Harry Kane's bored of it as well.
No, but I guess he's probably wondering what's going on as well.
But when a player, he's effectively going on strike, yeah? Mm-hmm. He's effectively on strike.
Yeah.
He wasn't available for whatever reason for City. He wasn't even in the ground, so we're led to believe. He was in the squad for this Europa Cup nonsense, conference rubbish, but he's now pulled out of the squad.
Did he pull out the squad or did they take him out of the squad?
Well, he's not in the squad.
Okay.
I think he pulled out. I'm sure I read this morning, actually, that he's pulled out. But either way, he's not in the squad. Right?
Yeah.
Where's this going to finish? What's going to happen?
I mean, I would like a little bit more kind of clarity in terms of it being clear what is actually going on in terms of a figure made from Spurs.
An amount.
Because Spurs haven't come out, haven't they? They have not said he's not for sale. They just said that Manchester City haven't met their valuation.
That's right.
So I want to obviously know what the valuation is. And then it's clear, at least for Spurs as well. Spurs fans, they go, right, listen, we are prepared to sell Harry Kane. If we get 150 million for him, then we will sell him. Then Manchester City go, okay, we either paid 150 million or we don't. If we don't pay it, then he stays at Tottenham. But all this kind of cloak and dagger stuff where you don't quite know what's going on. Harry Kane's in one squad, he's not in another squad. He doesn't turn up to training, he's not here. It's doing no one any favours.
Would you go on strike? Did you ever come close to doing that?
No, I wouldn't go on. I didn't go on strike. I never had to.
Okay, were you at a club where a bigger club came in and you were desperate to leave?
No.
Where were you when Spurs came in?
I was at Charlton. We just gone down.
Okay. So it's a no-brainer that you were going to leave.
I don't think anybody of this magnitude, because you talk about the biggest deal in this country's history by some distance, obviously if it gets over the line. But for Harry Kane, and he is professional, but I do sometimes he does get the rub of the green in terms of it's always his England captain. He is professional. He's whiter than white. He's never. You know what I mean? He never does anything wrong. But then obviously he does this, and it's kind of like, well, some people kind of lean towards, well, I can understand where he's coming from. But if we spoke about, if it'd been other players, like if Paul Pogba had done this, oh my goodness, can you imagine the reaction he would have got?
Yeah.
But I just want it to be clear now. Tottenham need to come out because it's not doing Nuno any favours. Although he had that unbelievable result of the weekend where I thought Tottenham were fantastic. By the first 15 minutes where Manchester City dominated possession,
yeah.
Son, Bergwijn, Moura up front, Tanganga, super. Every one of their players was brilliant. But he probably wants to know, Nuno, what's going on? Have I got one of the best strikers in the world? And I'm going to have him for the season. What state am I going to have him in mentally?
I would worry as well if I were Nuno, because the longer this deal takes to happen, if it is going to happen, which I do think it will actually, but the longer it takes, the less time he has got to spend that money. And they've got to reinvest it into the squad.
But this is why it's doing him no favours, because he's probably thinking, right, Daniel, I need to know, have I got Harry Kane? Yes or no? Because then you go, all right, well, I'll build my team now with Harry Kane in it. Have I not? No. What are you selling him for? 140? Well, how much of that are you going to reinvest into the squad? And it gives me time. But one thing about Nuno that you have to say is that he obviously was at a club where they had a very good striker in Raul Jimenez, suffered that injury last season. We hope, touch wood, that he gets back to the level of player that he was.
Yeah.
But that's a conversation I'm sure Nuno's having, because what a position that is to be. Your main man goes, you've just left a very, very good striker. Bring him in.
Do you know what surprised me yesterday? I did the show. We touched on Kane ever so briefly yesterday with Ray Polo. We didn't do a lot of it, but we had a few Spurs fans on. The ones I spoke to, the ones I heard on talkSPORT throughout the day, actually, because they were talking about Kane. Obviously, it was in the newspapers. A lot of Spurs fans now are past it. They're over it. They're done. It's like, just get rid of Kane. We love him. He was a great servant. Scored great. But I'm bored now. We can survive. I think the key word I heard from Spurs fans, we can survive without Harry Kane.
Do you know what it is? It's because, and it's a little bit reactionary, because they've just beaten Manchester City. Now, if they'd have lost to Manchester City, it's a completely different conversation. Then again, we need to keep Kane.
You said it, but Spurs fans, they were saying to me yesterday, one particular actually on this show was saying that when Harry Kane's been out injured, they play a better breed of football. When it's Kane, it's all focused just on him, get the ball to Kane, and then it goes out wide, and their build-up plays slightly slower. Which I get. I saw that.
You get it, but no.
Their counter-attacking football against City was fantastic.
But
does Kane slow it down?
Spurs look better with Harry Kane in the team. Regardless how they want to talk about slow build-up and this, that, and the other, he is one of the best centre-forwards in world football. So you look better with a world-class centre-forward in your team. And how many golden boots? 4 golden boots? The only thing where I do agree with Spurs fans I've heard a number of them say, well, we're talking about Harry Kane, we need to keep him, but we haven't won anything with him. So why not change it up and maybe let him go and then maybe try and get somebody else? And that I can understand. But to say that a little better without him is, no, not for me.
Do you think when the window closes, Harry Kane will be a Spurs player?
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
I just don't think City are going to pay the 150.
Do you think that City need Harry Kane to win the Premier League again?
No, they don't. But
do they need a number 9?
I think they need, if they want to win the Champions League, I think getting Harry Kane gives them a much better opportunity. But I don't think they need a centre forward to win the league. No, because they did it last year.
Let's speak to Adam. He's a Spurs fan. We'll take more Spurs fans calls in just a moment. 08717 223344. So get dialing, Tottenham fans. Adam, good afternoon, good evening. How are you?
I'm very good, guys. How are you guys?
Good. Where are you? Where are you off to or coming back from?
I'm in the M25. It's horrible.
Oh, it's a horrible road.
Horrible road.
Yeah.
Is it moving?
Awful. It is now. It wasn't.
Whereabouts are you?
I've just gone past Heathrow.
Oh, that is the horrible.
Do you know what drives me mad on that motorway, right? Is when you see the signs above you, it says like 40 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour. Everything just slows down until all of a sudden they take the numbers off and it all gets back to... There's no reason why they slow it down.
All that pace car comes out. Is it called a pace
car?
It's like a car comes out.
You're confusing this with F1.
No, but there's a car that comes out.
And then you get overtaken by Lewis Hamilton. That really is annoying.
And it slows everyone down. And then all of a sudden it just moves out the way and everyone just goes about their business.
Yeah, but that's only if there's an accident or something.
Nope.
Well, the pace car comes out normally.
Yeah. It's not called a pace car, is it?
Well, it is now.
Highway patrol. Is that right?
I don't know. They just come out. Have you seen that today,
I've seen
Adam?
it.
I've not seen a pace car. No, I rarely see any reason why this road slows down.
Oh no, it's horrible. It's horrible. Yeah, I've got a quick question for you, right? This may sound silly. I know you're on the M25. Is there an M1, an M2, an M3, an M4, an M5, an M6? Does it go all the way to 25?
Yeah, I think so.
Does it go past M25?
I don't know where the M26. I've never heard of an M26.
Hold on. Do you say this is M27, Adam?
I think so.
Is there an M2?
I might be wrong.
Yeah, there's an M40.
Yeah, M40's up near Birmingham.
M40,
That's Birmingham, that.
Yeah, but is there an M39? That's what I'm saying. Why are they giving these numbers? Anyway,
The poor guy's called up to ring up, talk about Spurs. You're asking about M48.
I think my point is Adam would rather talk motorways than Spurs. Go on, Ad. What you got for us?
I wouldn't. Right, I want to ask Darren a question. A couple of minutes ago, you said that you didn't like all the cloak and dagger stuff with Harry Kane, and you want to know how much the fee is. Tottenham must have told Man City what the fee is. The problem with this, it's not Tottenham's problem, it's not Daniel Levy's problem. The problem is Man City aren't paying the money. So Harry Kane can go on strike as much as he wants, but he's not going to get his move until they pay the money. It's as simple as that.
Do you know what, Adam, as well?
He's going to have egg on his face. If they don't pay the money, he's going to...
Yeah.
You know, the fans are slowly turning against somebody who was an absolute messiah, could do no wrong for Tottenham. And he's going to have a hard job over winning them back if he has to stay.
Do you know what, Adam? When you say that, and listen, you're totally right. Because a lot of people have gotten kind of Daniel Levy's back, and it's probably not his fault. But I think if Daniel Levy was to come out and say this is the fee, and everyone knew it, then I think a lot of people would get off his back because he's put it out there that he's willing to sell Kane. If he then puts the figure there, if Manchester City, as you said, don't meet that asking price, then that kind of it's no longer a circus.
Darren, this is one of the rare occasions I will say that I don't believe Daniel Levy's at fault here.
Yeah.
There's no way that Man City will not know what the asking price is for Harry Kane. They could have paid it 3-4 weeks ago and it would have been done. They're trying to play games to get that fee reduced, and they're playing with the wrong guy. We all know that.
Do you know what, Adam? That is 100% spot on in
Yeah.
terms of if you're trying to play the waiting game with Daniel Levy. If the window shuts, it'll just keep you there.
Yeah, he will. Spurs fans, you can have your Southern National Radio 08717223344. Adam's on the M25. How high can we go? If you're on a motorway higher than 25, I want to hear from you.
But it's M40. It's near Birmingham.
All right. Anything higher than that?
I don't know if it's
That's what I'm saying.
M80.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Are you saying M40 is the highest number?
No,
motorway?
I'm saying there's M42, which is up near Birmingham as well.
Right, is there M43?
I don't know.
What? If you're on the M43 or above, 08717 223344. This is Drive and Talk Sport with WeBuyAnyCar.com. Sell your car in 3 simple steps.